Hello everybody, my name is Eric van Stockholm here at the GCCM in Almaty, the second time we're here. Welcome to our show, and I'm happy to have actually one of the great people from Rostelecom next to me. Maxim, thank you so much for being here and welcome. What do you think so far of the show?
It's very useful for everyone who came here. So for me it was surprisingly well-attended event since the first one. Not so often we can see such a success from the first two rounds, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Definitely. So for me and for my team, so it's far not waste of time. So it's very
well. That's
productive.
Good. That's
yeah.
good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Tell me. Drivers in the CIS and the Asian market. How do you see them? What are the drivers?
First of all, so if you will compare CIS markets and Central Asian markets to quite saturated markets like Western Europe or even Eastern Europe nowadays already, everybody can see that it's very fast-moving, fast evolving market in terms of the availability of internet, the willingness of countries to open the internet infrastructure and actually connectivity of countries. Of course, this trend of extension and of increasing importance of internet connectivity and connectivity as such definitely drives the requirement for international capacity.
Sure.
Drives and the need for carrier relations and the new ways of carrier relations, which would support this move to I wouldn't say booming, but maybe even booming. So growth of connectivity of CIS countries. Asian CIS countries, Asian segments, so to say, it's Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. And another thing, so what is quite interesting as a fact of the market is that the CIS and Central Asia, so the countries which are located beyond this area, I mean Iran, Afghanistan, and even Pakistan, so represent a great opportunity for these areas for as a clear transit countries.
So, what further developments, do you see in the region?
Some form of transformation of the models.
Are those the business models you're talking about?
Business models, yeah.
Okay.
And actually related to both technical models and commercial models. Traditional understanding and traditional behaviors of players of this market is quite a number of bilateral agreements. And people were competing between each other, case by case.
Okay.
And we expect that
which is time consuming.
It's time consuming, first of all. Secondly, that's a clear realization of opportunity, isolate and sell, isolate and charge, or something like that.
Exactly.
Actually, it's a global trend in carrier markets.
We see this,
so,
yes.
That's actually market rules and market laws, of course. At the same time, when it comes to a dramatic increase of capacity, then at a certain point of time, so these kind of small niche agreements stop to work effectively. So that's why we do believe that instead of case by case transit solutions or transport solution, should come some transit solutions countrywide.
And to those developments, do you have any special projects within the region from Rostelecom?
At the moment, we pay a lot of attention to develop our border crossing infrastructure on the borders of the main country,
Can imagine,
being
yes.
Kazakhstan, and we understand that in order to support our important role in providing connectivity to those countries I mentioned, first of all in CIS, we need even bigger, even more robust and more flexible border crossing and connectivity in general, so with Kazakhstan. And I think that's a very good place for you to organize this conference, the ideal one, I would say.
Well, I'm happy to to do that.
Yes, and that's why we plan big expansion of our, so to say, Asian segment. If we talk about the wider geographies, I mean, so it's Asia, it's not only Central Asia, but the Far East also, just coming to closer to Rostelecom as a global player on wholesale infrastructure.
That is the, let's say, part of the role you're playing actually in the region, right?
Absolutely.
Traditionally, already.
Yeah, and we are paying a lot of attention in connecting the Far East countries also. So, and there is a clear relation between Central Asian story and Far East story. So, being China, and we are traditionally the first, and maybe first the company who introduced some more than 10 years ago the Transit Europe-Asia route.
Correct.
To China, to Hong Kong, and Japan also.
Opening up those markets as well.
Yes,
and
sure.
Get speed into it.
Yeah, and that actually connects the stories of our traditional Transit Europe-Asia and Central Asian story and CIS country story. So, and we plan to also to put another products. Very soon to our Transit Europe.
Yes, because this is what I wanted to ask you. Maybe as a last point, what can we expect from Rostelecom in the near future?
First of all, we already announced earlier this year that we invested in quite big upgrade of our traditional Transit Europe-Asia TEA, as we call it, route through Mongolia, so it's and Japan, so that's more than 1 terabit per second incremental. That's
an achievement, yes.
Yes, it will be available until the end of this year, and next step will be our move towards new routes, including
keep on investing.
Through Kazakhstan. Yes, we do believe in this market, regardless the price drop, which everyone is not definitely enjoying, but still, so this
for sure not. But that doesn't mean that you should stop investing.
Absolutely, and actually, so in this situation, we being a large company with strong infrastructure across all Russia and strong possibilities to invest, actually, we are in quite a strong position, so we do believe that this is the game of big companies, as we are.
So your strategy for the future is there, and you know what to do.
Yeah.
And we know, and I'll keep you to it, because we expect a lot from you.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Maxim, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Eric with the CTV from Almaty. Thank you.